can you become fluent in English if you're shy or make too many mistakes? Well, I think you can. After helping 119 shy people speak confident English one by one, I noticed that to become confident, we all go through the same 5 stages. So let me show you what they are. On one side, there's shy, and on the opposite side, there's confident. And this line represents your progress. I too went through all these 5 stages. Yes, once I was very shy, and I'm willing to bet you're just the same. So let me take you on a trip. We're going back in time, and I'll Zoom call my younger self. I'm going to have the same conversation with myself 5 times, one at each stage of my progress. You'll see how things change at each level and learn how to do the same. Are you ready? Let's go. Hey! Hello! Hi there! How are you? Wait, I know, listen. Wait. Now, yes? Yes, I can hear you. There is a board. No, not board. Let's see. A beard. A beard. No. A bird. There is a bird. Here. There's a bird? Where? No. Yesterday. There is a bird. A bird. There is a bird yesterday, and there is a window, and a computer, and me. Oh, wow! Wait, there was a bird in your home yesterday? Yes. There is a window. I open the window. Wow. That's strange. Yes. No, not strange. Basta. C'est fini. Stop. Wow, I'm almost embarrassed to show you this. I bet you couldn't even understand what I said, right? This is because in this first stage, 1, your vocabulary is extremely basic. 2, your pronunciation is very similar to your native language, which makes the whole conversation very confusing. There is a board. No, not board. Let's see. A beard. You also repeat words and phrases you've just learned, but they don't make much sense. There is a bird yesterday, and there is a window, and a computer. When you're in this stage, you don't even know you're on this roadmap. If someone asks you, "Do you speak English?" you simply answer, "I can't." But you're not disturbed by that. You don't almost care because you think it's normal. Your mind hasn't even entered this fluency game yet. So you're not even aware of the possibilities lying in front of yourself. But if you're watching and understanding this video, you're already past this stage. Probably you are right in the next one. So let's travel to the year 2008 and see how my younger self speaks English in the second stage. Hi Albert, how are you? Hey there, I'm doing great, thanks. How about you?
Wait. 1 second. Ah, ah. You hear? You hear?
Yeah, loud and clear.
You never believe. A few days ago, a few days ago, I was in a call, and a bird fly in, a bird fly in my house.
Wait, what? How did a bird just
Yes,
fly
yes.
in?
I open the window, and the bird come in.
That's crazy.
No, crazy, no crazy. I call people for work. See, for work, and I make the sound. I make the sound off.
This time went a little better, right? My English level at that time was B1, and at that stage, many people speak like that. Their vocabulary is limited, and they struggle a lot to find the right words.
I open the window, and the bird come in.
And they often build phrases or use expressions coming from their native language. Their grammar is also confusing. They mix various rules or often just use the present tense.
I call people for work. See, for work, and I make the sound. I make the sound off.
And to finish things off, because they can't understand very well, there are frequent misunderstandings. That's crazy.
No, crazy.
Honestly, my friend, this stage is probably the hardest to be in because it feels like you're going nowhere. If someone asks, "Do you speak English?" they still say, "I can't." And the reason you say that, even though you actually can speak English, is because you are very much aware of the mistakes you're making. Actually, you notice your mistakes way more than in the previous stage. And that makes it all very tough. In 2008, I was there too, working in Florida at an Italian restaurant. They hired me because they were looking for someone with a very thick Italian accent. You know, someone authentically Italiano. But it was rough. I cried every night. Then I was only thinking about going home. I couldn't speak English well enough, couldn't connect with the people around me, and every day felt harder than the last. But I was very determined to make it, so I started doing something very simple that completely changed the way I was thinking of this language. Let's jump to 2009 so I can show you the change I'm talking about. Hey Albert, how are you? Hey there, I'm doing great, thanks. How about you?
I don't hear you. Okay. Do you hear me now?
Yes, loud and
you
clear.
You never believe what happened to me some days ago.
What
I was
happened?
in a call with a client, a sales call. Yes, and when my neighbor's parrot just fly inside my house.
Wait, how did a parrot
Yes,
just fly in?
I have the window open because it was very hot, and then it just come in. It just come in and sit here over the laptop. over the laptop, over the laptop, and he looked at me, and or he looked me. I don't know now. And well, this is my laptop.
That's insane.
Wait, what's insane?
Insane, as in crazy.
Yes, a bit crazy. I was on the phone, see, with an important person, very serious, yes, and so I just ignored the parrot and put the filter, the filter for the noise.
Ha! What a change! Tell me, what's the first thing you noticed? Was I more comfortable? Yes, that's right, but that's not it. Was I more confident? Sure, I was. Yet, it's not it. I spoke more clearly. This was totally unexpected. I was still making plenty of grammar mistakes, and my vocabulary was really limited. But my improved pronunciation meant people understood me better.
You never believe what happened to me some days ago.
What happened? Even more surprisingly, I could also understand them better, to the point where I could pick the individual words I didn't know and ask what they meant. That's insane!
Wait, what's insane?
This allowed me to express myself clearly even with a small vocabulary, which in turn helped me improve faster. In fact, in 2009, I was still working in restaurants, but this time I was the assistant manager of a fine dining restaurant in downtown San Diego, California. I was speaking English daily with customers and running staff meetings. How did I go from crying in my room to managing a high-end restaurant? The answer is pretty simple. But to explain, I need to take you further in my story. So let's jump ahead in 2013 to meet my younger me at stage 4.
Oh, hey, hi Albert. How you doing?
Hi there, I'm doing great, thanks. How about you?
Wait, I can't hear ya. Oh, wait. I'm gonna plug this in. Yep. Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, perfectly, loud and clear.
You don't know what happened to me some days ago.
What happened?
So I was like in a sales call with a client, and when the parrot, parrot, right? Yeah, the parrot, which belongs to my neighbor, just fly, flew, right? Yeah, just flew in into my apartment.
Okay, wait, what? How did a parrot just fly in?
I had like the window open because it was too hot. It was too hot, and it came in, and it just stopped here. It stopped here on my laptop, and it stares at me. It stares at me. And like this place is his own.
That's crazy. Did you introduce it to your client?
No way. I just tried to ignored it and turned on the noise filter. Yes, but next time I gotta close the window. I think I'm gonna buy one of those windows with blinds, Yes, to keep the air flow, while I work.
So have you noticed any difference? Of course you did. At this stage, your conversation is more effective. Your vocabulary has exploded with a lot of words. Actually, you know so many expressions that sometimes you don't know which one to use and end up using both.
The parrot, parrot, right? Yeah, the parrot, which belongs to my neighbor, Just fly. Oh, flew. Flew, right? Yeah. Just flew in.
Also, you can better react to jokes or changing topics.
That's crazy.
Did you introduce it to your client?
No way.
And you can confidently use advanced expressions like gonna or gotta.
Next time, I gotta close the window. I think I'm gonna buy one of those windows with blinds.
At this level, if someone asks you, "Do you speak English?" you reply with confidence, "Sure, I do." You know in the back of your mind that you're still making tons of mistakes. But the confidence you receive just by staying in this stage gives you that extra boost, and it helps you level up even faster. In 2013, I was studying advanced management in Brisbane, Australia. It was a fascinating program, but first I had to pass the IELTS to get in. People suggested to take the general IELTS as it was the easiest choice, but I took the academic IELTS and scored a 9. Getting to this level felt easy because now I knew the secret. But I know you're curious about what that is. So hang in there because we're traveling one last time, this time to the year 2015. Hey, hi Albert, how you doing?
Hi there, I'm doing great, thanks. How about you? Hold on, I can't hear ya. Hold on, I'm gonna put on a little microphone. Okay, so I guess you can hear me now, right?
Yeah, of course, loud and clear, mate.
Great. Wow, you won't believe what happened to me a few days ago.
What happened?
I was right in the middle of a sales call with a client when my neighbor's parrot just flew into my apartment.
Wait, what? How did the parrot just fly in?
Yeah, you know, I had the window open because it was so hot, and suddenly there it was, just sitting on my laptop, staring at me like it owned the place.
That's insane. Did you end up introducing it to your prospect?
I wouldn't dare. It was a high-profile individual. I just pretended it was nothing and maxed out the noise filter, you know. But next time, I'll keep my windows closed, and or better, I might get one of those shutters with blinds, you know, so I can keep the airflow while I'm working.
Welcome to the heaven of the English language, my friend. At this stage, speaking English isn't just something you can do, it's an advantage. You're open to the world, and the world is open to you. You can easily switch topics and adapt to any conversation. Talking feels natural and words flow smoothly. You're confident with phrasal verbs and fillers, and you can mix complex and easy sentences with ease. So now, let me ask you a question. Are you really sure you are a shy person? I mean, that's the way you are, that's your character. Or maybe you're only shy when you feel you don't know enough. When I was at stage 2, which might be where you are right now, I did 2 key things that really helped me level up. First, I started listening and repeating what I heard around me. I focused on how people pronounced words, their tone, and their rhythm. Second, I learned from every mistake. Instead of stressing over them, I started paying attention to every small improvement I was making. So now that you know where you are and what to do, how are your listening skills? Because, I mean, if you want to be able to improve your speaking skills, you first have to make sure you can properly listen and understand what you hear. So, to measure your listening skills, I came up with 9 phrases from easy to hard. By taking this test, you'll have a clear idea of where you are in your journey and what to do to get to the next stage. So, see you in there. Cheers.